A look at kids' milestones and what it says about their development is being revealed in some new research. And Dr. Joette Giovinco joins us live from Tampa with more. Good morning. Good to see you.
Good morning. Yeah, this particular study was in the American Academy of Pediatrics, and it looked at milestones. So, I can just picture, I remember when my children were young, it was always, you'd have these parents saying, oh, my child did this, or my child, my child solved a Rubik's Cube at, 12 months, and it would, it would be crazy. So what this study did was they looked at what milestones might correlate with later on with cognitive development or their ability to do things like feed themselves at age 4. So what they found is that standing assisted, when the child did that at a younger age, it seemed to correlate with them having that increased skill of being able to feed themselves and do things or self-adapt. Now, that was only for singleton pregnancies, so only when the mom had one baby. But when they had twins, that correlation didn't exist. The other thing that was interesting to me is it didn't seem to exist with the age that they began to walk. It didn't also, and even whether they were twins or not, it did not seem to correlate with social skills down the line. So what the researchers are saying, this might be an easy tool, something to look at, to monitor when they are able to do that one skill or to stand or to do some of the motor skills. But again, I wouldn't take that so much to heart that you're panicking or worried or concerned, if you feel like your child is doing something a little bit slower than the child down the street.
Right, yeah, and not something to worry about. Obviously talk to your pediatrician if you are, and I also wonder too if you already have one child, because I know the kids, at least I've noticed, if they have an older brother or sister, they're going to do things a lot sooner than they would if they were just an only child, because they're trying to keep up, right?
That's true, and it's funny you should say that, because with the twins, they didn't see the correlation. So whether or not that played a role or not, they don't, they really kind of base that on the fact that a lot of the twins are born prematurely, they're a little bit younger, maybe their skill sets are a little bit different, maybe their parents are a little bit older, but again, who knows, maybe it's that interaction between the two.
Okay, let's talk a look at a new study that's talking about high blood pressure, and it's particularly in pregnant women. I'm pregnant right now, so this is something I'm definitely interested in, but they're really finding that this is causing some trouble.
Well, they're looking at pre-hypertension in pregnant women, and they found that those who had pre-hypertension, that means that the top numbers between 120 and 139, bottom number between 80 and 89, were 6.5 times more likely in this study to develop metabolic syndrome less than 2 years after that baby was born. So what is metabolic syndrome? It's kind of like a pre-diabetes. Your blood sugar level is a little bit high, your triglycerides are high, your good cholesterol is low. So that is the concern, that perhaps this might be something that we can watch for, look for, and then watch those women over time.
So the best thing is just to watch it then. That's really all you can do then. Okay.
Exactly.
Thank you so much.
Exactly.
We appreciate it.